Let's keep the party going. Your next comic, he's actually one of the original members of Hub City Comedy. He's been here with us for 4 years. He now runs comedy on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. If you're down there, check him out. Give it up for Derek Kopszywa.
Your mama's so fat, your mama's so poor and fat, she devoured all 8 sections of our house. Just letting all future haters know I come locked and loaded with insults, so don't say shit from the streets. You may have heard of my gang, we're the Boobs. My fingers are legible, that's what she said. I know that joke died 4 years ago. I'm not really a thug. I based that character on a guy that looked like me and was fat. He was very thuggish. Some people have a doppelganger. I have a doppelgangbanger. I've been doing comedy a while. People are like, hey, Derek, and I'm like, hey. And they're like, oh man, this is fun. This is real good. They're like, you've been doing comedy 4 years. You should probably go to college. And I'm like, no, I've reached that level, you guys, that like someone just looks at me and they know I'm a comedian. And here's an example. Last night I was walking through this really dark alleyway and this really nice guy approached me with a knife. He said, hey, give me your wallet. No funny stuff. And I was like, dude, how did you know? Thing I hate about being a comedian is telling my coworkers about it, because they're always like, oh, you're a professional, huh? And I'm like, yeah. This Walmart job's just my hobby. On top of being apparently a professional, I'm also a big fan of movies. How about you guys? Woo! Okay, cool. Glad to know. I love action movies. Like, I love Steven Seagal movies. Have you guys ever noticed that every movie he's done begins with a preposition? We have Above the Law, On Deadly Ground, Under Siege 2. I'm still waiting for Out of Work, Off to Rehab, In Denial. One of the things that's weird to me about movies is that, like, the famous people get to do really shitty things, but people are still like, yeah, they're cool. Like, yeah, I know Matthew Broderick killed somebody drunk driving in '87, but come on, man, Ferris Bueller. Or like, I know Woody Allen's married to his stepdaughter, but come on, man, he's an artist. I gotta support him. No one ever does that shit with normal people. They're never like, you remember Pedro, who killed his wife and kids in their sleep? That dude was beast at drywall. When he gets out, he's helping me with all my add-ons. But I also love video games, obviously. I think video games are inspiring. They get a really bad rap because when Mortal Kombat taught me the word flawless before 1st grade. Dance Dance Revolution taught me how to dance. And Grand Theft Auto taught me how to talk to women. And I apply these to this day in my everyday life. Like I'm in the club and I'm like, sup, bitch, I bet that pussy be flawless. I wasn't kidding, that's actually how you play DDR. You never step on the middle plate, that's just suicide at that game. I also love music. You guys, hold on, let me get this, because this is totally necessary. I'm gonna need you guys to respond to this for the sake of this joke, okay? All right, cool. What is Slash's favorite cereal? What? Shredded wheat! Yeah, I'm going to hell for that one. I actually wrote that joke down at work and a customer thought I was writing down their routing number. That joke almost got me fired. But yeah, I love movies, music, and video games, and I'm also an entrepreneur. Like, I want to create a bunch of things, you guys. I want to create a naked dance studio and call it Dick Move. And next door have a female gym called Bitch Move. I want to create a glam rock themed Mexican restaurant called Bowie Toes. And then I want to do a Mexican horror movie called Como Estab. I love drinking. You guys like drinking. We're all relating right now. This is cool. We all got faces. We're relating. This is cool. I was at work, and I saw these ladies that were ready to go to the club. They were club ready. They had their hair did. They had the body glitter, their asymmetrical shirts. They just had to hit up Coinstar first. I was like, holy shit. That is a cheap date right there. Like, what's their next move? Are they going to go to the bar and be like, I'd like a screwdriver. Here's my EBT. That covers the orange juice, right? Every time I'm in a bar, I always hear at least one woman like, oh, honey, all I need is 2 drinks and I'm done. I'm a cheap date. You ever think there's been a cheap date for heroin? Where the woman's like, oh, honey, by the time that spoon is lit, I'm high. You don't even have to give me any. And of course, the dude's like, all right, look, bitch. I sucked 7 dicks to get you this at a discounted price. You're getting at least half this injection. And hepatitis. I want to create the most addicting heroin ever and call it Jesus. That way everyone's taking the Lord's name in their vein and they can't stop. I consider myself a social smoker because I smoke when I get on Facebook. People say, hey, Derek, and I'm like, hey. And they're like, you want to quit smoking? You should smoke Newports because they're so strong you'll never touch a cigarette again. And I did that, but now I just like rap music. Weird thing about rappers, they always have bodyguards. Why don't they just get deodorant? It offers 24-hour protection. She likes it. Oh man, sometimes I like smoking after sex. I've been trying the whole dating thing. I've been trying to get over my ex, but she doesn't own a bunk bed. And I'll let you finish. That's the douchiest thing I've said this week, and I've talked to like 5 women. She never appreciated anything I did for her. She'd be like, hey, Derek, can you go to the store and get me some foundation? I'd be like, yeah, and I'd get her some cinder blocks from Lowe's. And she was a real bitch, though. She'd be like, Derek, you're so disappointing. You're always the first to orgasm. You can at least wait till I get home from work. Oh, yeah. That's what's up. If I was a famous midget, my autobiography would be called That's What's Up. I've been trying to spice up my sex life, and there was this girl that I was with, and she was like, oh my God, I want you to hurt me. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, your paintings suck. And she's like, no, I want you to hit me. And I was like, all right, 10, 9, dealer wins. Oh, yeah. Sex is better when you weigh less. It's just a fact. This is just stand-up facts now. I've been trying to run lately, and strong emphasis on try. And I was going down the road, and this guy in a truck just flew past me. He goes, why don't you work out, fat ass? And I was like, I wasn't even offended. I was just confused and aggravated. Like, that's what I'm doing, you dick. Like, first of all, you can just park your truck and walk ahead of me, and you're already outrunning me. At least be a man. It's like if you're in a stealth bomber and you're flying next to a dragon and you roll down the window, because they have manual roll down windows in stealth bombers in 2014, and he goes, faggot, and then turns invisible. He's already telling me to do what I'm already doing. If I wanted that, I'd get a girlfriend or call my mom. And lastly, it's so obvious that I'm working out. Like, why else in public would I wear a sports bra and yoga pants? And I've been trying some Taibu DVDs, and they worked because I'm fat and miserable and they still have my money. But I thought, I need to move up to the next big thing. So I said, move over, insanity. Fuck you, P90X. I went ahead and invested in the Casey Anthony workout DVD. You guys may have heard of it, How to Lose 35 Pounds and Get Away with It. Thank you.